Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to work on the 51 again. The last video we put in a kick panel. Once the camera went off, I got the other kick panel in. Today we're going to work on the toe boards. So, because that don't look so hot, that ain't going to work for us, obviously. Now, I got these from LS Fab. And maybe it's long enough and we'll just make it work anyways and we'll figure it out. But that's the plan. But in order to do that, I don't know if you can see this yellow bracket that I have on there in order to remove the motor while it's completely assembled. Well, it's hitting the firewall. So we need to take off the whole front end, the hood. I'll probably end up taking off the doors just because I'm tired of opening and closing them. And then we can undo the cab, slide it back far enough to at least get the bracket off there. It would be nice to tack it in place while it's bolted to the frame. That way nothing moves. But yeah, we at least got to get that bracket off there no matter what. And I couldn't even pull the motor right now because of the way it's set up. It would hit the cab anyways. So that's what we'll do. And I don't know. We'll just keep on keeping on. Real question is, where am I going to put all this stuff for now? Alright, now that I got that all tore apart, it's a mess in here. Maybe the next video is just going to be me cleaning all day. Alright. So, let's see what we got here. It does look like this end goes past the center, so that shouldn't be a problem lengthwise, even with coping it into the side here. I guess first thing we gotta do is make room for the transmission and see what it looks like. It's only metal. We're just gonna cut it. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. So we'll say about an inch. How big is this? 26 3/4. Doesn't look like it'll work if we coat both sides in. There'll be a gap in the middle, which is what it is. But is that what we want to do? I guess I need to get the other side in, see what that looks like. That'll be close. This side fits way better than the other side. I guess we're not getting anywhere as fast unless we start cutting some stuff, so we're just gonna go for it. Start tracing and cutting, and hopefully don't leave too big of a gap that can't be welded very easily. See if we can slip this past. Kind of get a cope here. Something like that, maybe? We'll go smaller and then keep trimming until it kind of fits. Well, that was luck. Still hitting the transmission. try that out, trim it, and see if we can get it to fit in there even better. And as long as we like it, we can start tracing that, cutting it, and tacking it, and it should go pretty quick. Maybe I should put a level across the floor and make sure there's no big dips or anything before I keep trimming it crooked. Couldn't find a small enough level. All I could find was my 6-footer. So here's a straight edge. Well, that ain't fitting worth the crap either. Yeah, looks like the center's bowed down. So I should probably pry on that. That's better. I can see a dip here in the middle though. Man, if this was like 1 inch shorter. That still looks pretty good though. I don't expect perfection. So, that ruined everything. That's better. When it's held in the right place, it looks like we're straight with that bend up there too, so makes me feel better, like we're on the right track or something. Let's fine tune it a little more. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna cut the old one out. I'll just keep it like a 1/2 inch low, because there's some tabs here in the way that are really messing me up, and I don't want to scribe it with that being off. So I think we'll make a mark and then just keep it low. If I can find my pen again. Oh, I don't like rust. Where's the inkle? Trying to be careful because there's a lot of wires back here and they're a pain in the butt trying to get out of the way. All those wires. there's a hole. I'm almost thinking I'll be better off just tacking the bottom here and then cut the top as I go. And hopefully not hit any wires. I think that's probably going to be the plan. Why not? It'll either work or it won't. Alright, this thing's pissing me off. Oop, too far. I guess we got to figure this out. That way our plane is set before we worry about the side. Otherwise, might get a giant wrinkle in it. I think that'll work. Show you what I did real quick. I put this scrap piece of kick panel in here and I just tack welded it. That way it'll protect all the wires for when I'm cutting and welding. It was moving around too much. I had to tack it, otherwise we aren't going to be able to cut our line very good. Now don't do what I did here. That was terrible. I should have just kept it straight and cut into this panel. Who cares? I don't know what I was thinking. Oh well. Oh, that's terrible. Now just put it on now. No idea. Oh. Look in there. Also, I bought this transmission cover. It's right here, covered in rust. I guess I probably should have stuck that in there and seen how it looks before I welded that all up. I'm pretty sure we got to make a tunnel for it anyways. Well, actually, that might actually just work. Maybe we'll redo this lip a little bit. Maybe we'll cut this back and make it more of a, I don't know what you want to call it, some kind of little mound for it. Because yeah, that almost works. It's hard to tell because this thing's so done up from shipping. Oh, I can feel it's definitely hitting. We got to come back here for sure. It's just teetering. So yeah, we'll probably build a little dome right here. Obviously that's going to be a problem, so we're going to have to do the same thing, mark it, cut it, and just try to figure it out as we go. Gotta get rid of this trans. Never have what I need when I need it. Where'd my marker go? I can't even kind of get an idea yet. Well, I think we're just going for it. Alright, maybe a little lower. Although that looks like it's got to cut out anyways. Ooh. Wires it real close back there. We'll put it in. Jeez, oh Pete. Flirting with disaster. Well, I don't think I nicked any of them. I guess it doesn't really matter because I had to repin all this and do all that anyway, so if I have to do it again, I guess it's not the end of the world. Alright. I just noticed there's a step right here. You can see it a little better that way. Oop. So, probably just beat the crap out of it till it kind of molds to it, I'm thinking. Or, yeah. We'll just go with that. If we have to, we'll relief cut it and knock it flat and whatever. We'll figure it out. I really should have put the back cab mount in on this side. I should probably do that right now because I can see that it moved it up every time I sit on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rear cab mount on it real quick. That way it's as straight as it's going to be. So yeah, this is supposed to go with the steering wheel. That's off. But to be honest with you, we might have to go in a different spot anyways. It might actually end up lining up better. Time for a new wheel. Now we just got to figure out what we want to do with this lumpy mess that I created now, and then got to put in a centerpiece that are on two different planes now. And I can't really get to the back side with a hammer and dolly. Kind of made a mess of that. Really stretch right here. Thinking about just cutting this all back out, putting in a bigger square and not worrying about that. Maybe we'll come up further, get rid of that. But I got the wires back there. I kind of got to wait until I get the motor pulled or the cab pulled off the frame again. Alright. Just gonna start making a mess again. Got a little stepper in there. Now we just got to mark it so we can cut it good. Then I cut that, and then we can hold it up tight to that and put this side maybe under that one, and then scribe it. I don't like it a lot, but I like it a little. Pretty close. Just gonna feather that edge with the grinder a little. That's more like it. Alright. Look up there. Alright, I think that is going to do it for today. I think that was some pretty good progress for today. Give you kind of a overlook here. It's going to take too long to fully weld all this up. There's no point in doing a video on that. Nobody wants to just watch somebody welding what they've already seen scabbed in. So I'll try to fit that in as soon as I can. And then when we do the next video on this, whatever that may be, probably the trans tunnel, you'll see it fully welded up. Most likely anyways, unless I get lazy. But get that shut off. And that's going to do it for today.